Walt, at the beginning of this episode, realizes, man, I'm dying.
How much time they giving you? Weeks.
I don't have long for this world. We've got 30-some gallons of precursor methylamine that we can cook a huge batch of meth with. So they go out, Jesse and Walt, and they cook and they cook and they cook meth inside the RV, out in the middle of nowhere.
We shot a lot of the exterior stuff 2 miles away from the stage, but we made it look like it was in the middle of nowhere.
One of the great things about shooting Breaking Bad is the locale. Shooting in the desert, it's just incredibly beautiful all the time. The color, the sky, the clouds, the sunsets, the sunrises, it's just naturally beautiful.
That's the last of it.
$672,000 each.
Yes!
This is where Walt and Jesse cooked the biggest batch of meth they've ever cooked.
Battery's dead.
And unfortunately, their battery dies on their RV, and now they're in the middle of nowhere, and they got to figure out how to jumpstart this battery.
We were out in the middle of the New Mexican desert, and it was a dust storm, and the sand is kicking up and throwing it in our faces, and we're trying to keep our eyes open as sand is throwing all over the place.
It was hot. It was windy. They were talking about, this has been 18 hours with no water, and I didn't drink any water the night before I went to bed, and when I came to work, I didn't have any liquids, and when it came around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm like, what am I doing? This is acting. Brian and I definitely were exhausted during that shoot, but it worked for the characters. It definitely helps out.
Excuse me for thinking on my feet.
Oh, is that what you were thinking? Now that we have identified the problem, you and thinking, that's the problem.
We're from completely different backgrounds. Our reference points are totally different. Our ages are different. Everything we like is different. And so there's all kinds of things that come into play that naturally keep us apart.
It's very much a character piece of them blaming each other and then sort of coming to this realization that they're both going to die out here.
I deserve this.
You snap out of it. All right, first off, everything you did for your family.
That was a very emotionally draining episode because Brian's giving up. That's the first time that Jesse has seen him kind of give up, and he kind of needs to take the reins. Like, come on, we're not going to die out here. We need to survive.
Okay. You need to cut out all your loser crybaby crap right now and think of something scientific.
He takes control. He's like, no, we got to come up with something. And so then they do. They come up with something and kind of save their asses.